Alright YouTube, I'm out here tonight, again working on this 1979 250 Enticer I have here. I had this thing out on the weekend, took it for a nice good ride, and man, this thing's a lot of fun. But I noticed when I was in the deep snow kind of playing around, once it started bogging down, it kind of really had a hard time getting out of that low end bog until it revved up a little bit. So I'm thinking I'm going to pull the carb off again, since this is the one I did the Mikuni carb swap on. Strap likes to catch there. Okay. So this is the one I did the swap on, like I said. I think I've got a 40 Pilot in there right now. So I'm going to take it out and have a look and see, but I think I have a 35, which was running before, and that was a little more sharp on the bottom end there. Like, it's good when on the hard pack trail, when you pin it, it just takes off really well, but once you start really working it, it kind of wants to bog in the deep snow. So going to do that, have a look at that. Yeah, we're pulling the Equinox around this weekend too, and I ended up bending a ski on this thing. So I just like to create projects for myself. I got the kitty cat up here on the bench. I need to clean the carb on that, get that running so we can get that out this weekend for the kids to ride. I did this thing a couple years ago, just kind of did a quick little restore, had it painted, and I don't know, just fixed it up, cleaned it up. It was pretty dirty and banged up when I bought it, so painted the skis, painted the hood, polished the bumper a little bit. Nothing too crazy. Still got SRX parts here. Got the head I want to get bead blasted, pull start housing here. I bought a water pump rebuild kit from Coke, so I got to do that, rebuild the water pump. Yeah, just, you know, too many projects on the go and not enough time. I had the pipes for the SRX, had them blasted and painted up there. They're ceramic coated now, so hopefully they're good on the inside, but you know, whatever, we'll give them a try. But yeah, for tonight we'll get the 250 carb out here and have a look and see what I have in there for a Pilot. Like I said, I'm always tinkering with this thing, so I can't even remember where I'm at with it right now. Have a look. I might even fatten up that main jet too, see what that does to it. So, alright, I'm going to just pull this out quick. Alright, so I got the carb out and had a look. I actually had a 35 in there still, so I did have a 30. I'm going to try it out. It's a 220 main in there right now. I think I'm going to go up to like a 250 or something. Try that out anyway and see how it goes. But one thing I've been hearing guys saying lots is that they replace this gasket on this bowl like every time they take it off. But you know what, guys, I've never replaced one of these. Not to say that's a good thing or not, but I've never done it. I've never had any issues with them leaking. But yeah, it's good practice to probably replace them. But if it's not torn and it's sealing, I don't see why replacing it myself. That's just my 2 cents. Again, I'm not a mechanic. I'm just a guy out here working in the garage. I don't really know what the hell I'm talking about. But so I'm going to put this car back in right now with the 220 main and the 30 Pilot, and see how that goes. And I'll update once I know more. Okay, 30 Pilot's in. It starts and runs just like it did with the 35, believe it or not, of course. I won't really know until I get this thing out to test it. But it starts and idles good. Revs up okay, but I guess we'll have to test it. Here's a little start for now. That's pretty good. That clutch sure runs true. That filter flap. I'll try to get out this weekend and give it a test run and see how it works. But it's kind of all I really had planned for tonight. And see how that bog goes from there. If not, maybe I'll fatten it up to a 40 again. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know really what I'm doing. I'm just kind of winging it here. But I have seen a few questions where guys asking about grease zerks on these things and what they all should be looking to grease. You know, the main thing that concerns a guy on these things is the bearing on the drive shaft, just in behind here. So the opposite side of the chain case. That bearing there is just a greased bearing. That's one that I would be looking at doing if you weren't sure how many miles are on the sled or how hard of a life it's had. That's definitely a bearing I'd want to be replacing. The chain case side's okay. It's always getting an oil bath in there. So those bearings are generally okay, but you know, check your chain case oil. On the suspension itself, the cross shafts, you basically have to take the suspension rate out, pull the shafts out, clean them, and grease them manually that way. I don't remember if there's any grease zerks on these suspensions or not. It was a while since I did it, but I don't think there was. I think it was all just manually greasing them. Other than that, that's all I really got planned for tonight. Maybe start working on the carb on this thing to get it ready to go too, but that's it.